Well, all right.
Welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here in the world-famous As It Should Be studios.
Yes.
Crystal Durant in the world-famous As It Should Be studios.
Hello.
Tommy Von Poit, no longer in the world-famous As It Should Be studios. Escaping the world-famous As It Should Be.
Please escape.
All right, it's 2001. That's right. We are going to discuss our favorite albums of 2001. Do you have any, Tommy?
Come on, Tommy.
I don't know if you're... actually,
Who's
Crystal
up
starts
first?
this, but, you know.
I'm up first.
So you have time to figure out
if you do or not. I have material prepared, but go ahead.
All right. Fun facts. On January 9th, 2001, Apple introduces the iTunes Media Player, which to all you crazy kids out there is an iPod.
Well, that's old school shit. That's iTunes for old people.
Old school. Number 2, Jason Newsted quit Metallica.
As he should have.
Number 3, Don Felder was kicked out of the Eagles. He sued. Dan and Glenn countersued. Don sued again, and then they all settled out of court.
And they're all best friends.
They're all best friends
Yeah.
now. The most litigious rock band ever, the Eagles.
And in the end, the cocaine won.
Thank you. Number 4, Eric Singer replaced Peter Criss and wore the Catman makeup. That was the first time an interloper came in and wore the OG makeup.
I don't even want to begin to go on a tirade about that.
Let's not.
We'll skip it. It's something to mention. Number 5, The Dirt came out.
Oh.
Wow.
A great book, though. I read that book.
I love that book.
It's actually a great book. Terrible fucking film.
TV,
But
whatever the fuck that was. But the book, just read the book.
Yeah.
A friend of mine gave it to me the day that it came out, and I was doing an after-school program teaching art with kids, and I literally was like, yeah, here are the crayons. I read the whole book that day, that afternoon.
The day it came out, drink.
Yes, the day it came out. Number 6, Napster was shut down.
Oh.
Because Metallica kicked them in the ass real hard.
As it should be.
Number 7, this is important to Tommy. Roland and Yuli were fired from Halloween.
Oh. Yeah, but this is pretty long after their golden era, though.
Yeah, but, still news.
Yeah.
I don't even know who they are. I know who Halloween is, but I don't know them well enough to know who the guys in the band are.
Yeah.
Halloween is the shit.
And the last thing, which is a sad thing, which was September 11th, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, my runners-up, I ain't got none. 0.
As it should be.
As it should be.
0 runners-up. So here's my list.
Oh, give it to it, Crystal.
I'm going to give it to you now, baby. All right, coming in hot at number 10. This Is It by The Strokes. That's what I was waiting for. Oh. All right.
No.
Here's a little Crystal clarification. Teeny tiny one.
It's more like a Crystal justification.
All right, goddammit. Now.
You're going to be shouting out into the forest.
Oh, yeah, you are screaming into a void right now, Crystal.
That's fine.
Uh-oh. Look out, void.
Okay.
She's going to do what she wants.
Here she comes.
I'm doing what I want. All right. So, I just meant to make sure. So it's just me, okay? What? You assholes. All right, you win. I'm going to sit down.
Tell us about the Strokes.
Fine. Okay.
You definitely want to make sure you clarify from behind this mic.
Okay, so I was living in Brooklyn. I was living in East Williamsburg, that they call it now.
As in Bushwick.
Yeah. I was on Montrose between Manhattan and Graham. You Brooklynites know what I'm talking about. And I lived in this raggedy building owned by this creepy Jamaican dude. And a Papa John's Pizza opened up down the block. And I thought, gentrification is coming. Papa John's Pizza? This is not good. Then the next day, I'm coming home from work, and there was a bunch of white guys skulking around with a piece of paper and instruments, looking for something. I was like, what do you... Oh, yeah, we're looking for this rehearsal space, blah, blah. Oh, it's down the block where those pot dealers live, and they have a bookstore. So I see them over and over and over again, and then I didn't see them. This went on for like 6 months. Then...
That's probably the best point the moment when you're not
seeing them. I didn't see them. And then this was the end of the previous year, the end of 2000. And then I'm in a bookstore and I see Rolling Stone magazine, and they're on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, The Strokes. And I was like, those are the kids that were in my neighborhood. Holy shit. So I listened to the record, and I'm not saying it's great by any means whatsoever.
Nor am I.
But it is the year 2001.
That now, I will give you that. But I just want to say, we already have Lust for Life.
We do.
Don't like half the
we already have Bo Diddley.
That's true too.
We already have Bo Diddley.
But let's put it this way: they weren't going after. But Bo Diddley isn't where they were coming from.
Absolutely not.
Well, it was, but they didn't know it.
Know
was.
that, yeah. And you got rich kids trying to do whatever. You got Albert Hammond's son and Julian Casablancas' kid, Julian, and
fuckers were edgy, man.
Whatever. I liked it. It's okay. So sue me. All right, number 9, I have Vespertine by Bjork. More Bjork goodness.
Take it over the Strokes any day.
Any day. Then at number 8, I have the Gorillaz album, self-titled album. And I understand why a lot of people don't like that, but it was interesting, and I'm not so much into there's a cartoon thing representing us or whatever, because we're weird musicians and we don't want you to see our faces. That's stupid to me, but the music was good. And at this DJ residency I had all the time, everybody wanted to hear that hit song.
Oh, Clint Eastwood?
Yeah, and boy, did that work my nerves. So after the 3rd month, I said, I'm never playing this song ever again. If you want to hear Gorillaz, we're going to play another song off the record. And I never played it again. Number 7, I have Luther Vandross, self-titled album. Now, this is obviously into his career.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it's self-titled 20 years into your career. But whatever. It's 2001.
He's getting indie on us, and he's pulling some weird shit.
Yeah. So it's Luther Vandross. His vocals are like butter. Still sang his ass off at that time. And the 3 songs... Can Heaven Wait and Take You Out and I'd Rather. Those are the 3 big songs off that record. And I am into my mellow R&B when it's good like that.
When it's good.
I dig it. What?
Yeah, that's the best time to be into it.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Luther Vandross. Number 6, I have Everybody's Got Their Something by Nika Costa. That hit single is really great. I'm not sure how far it went. Maybe it went top 30 or something. But she's another... black female, neo-soul, Black Lily sort of thing that came out. And I feel as though she got squeezed out of the picture because of Angie Stone and Vogue and the tail end of that. And she should have been bigger. That's what I'm saying. She should have been bigger.
That's what people always say about me.
You should have been bigger, Paul. What?
Oh,
I'm sure.
That's taller.
I'm kidding.
Not
yeah, bigger. Oh, well,
There's a difference.
Sorry, I'm desperate for jokes.
And you should check out the record. Everybody's Got Their Something. It's good. That single is pretty hot. Number 5, I have Aaliyah self-titled album. It's known as the Red album.
Oh.
Which is red background and
Sammy Hagar on it?
Yeah, he played guitar on this record.
It was Aaliyah and the Wabaritas.
Red Rockin' Aaliyah, yeah. So this is her 3rd record, and it was the last one that she made before she died in that horrible plane accident. They recorded these songs over a long period of time, so a bunch of them went on the 1st and 2nd, and then the rest of them wound up on this. But they're big hits. We Need a Resolution, More Than a Woman, and Rock the Boat. Bangers.
Wait, are those covers?
No.
More Than a Woman and Rock the Boat?
They're not covers.
Oh, okay.
They just happen to have the same titles.
All right.
And they were all over MTV. If you were young enough and was watching MTV at the time, and VH1, you saw these videos endlessly, especially Rock the Boat. Jesus Christ. Yeah, More Than Woman was in that. It was in the soundtrack to that stupid movie. It was like a karate movie kind of thing. I can't remember.
Ralph Macchio and...
Yes, The Karate Kid, Part 10. No.
Do not blaspheme in here.
Not that, but yeah. Do not blaspheme that. Coming in number 4, I have The Blueprint by Jay-Z.
Ah.
Yes, and this is the big record that had Takeover and Izzo, Hova, and Girls I Do Adore with with Biz Markie. So great, so funny. But the big thing about this, for you sample weirdos out there like me, they sampled 5 to 1 on the Takeover song.
By the Doors.
Dun, 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 5 to 1. 1 to 5.
Yeah.
And he Takeover. It's
and only one of them got out alive.
When he did the Unplugged, the Roots played. Chef's kiss. That was really good. My number 3 is All For You by Janet Jackson. Na 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 na, it's all for you.
A favorite of yours, I can tell. I can feel.
Tommy is not into it.
Actually, I don't think I even know about that one.
Well, that was the big hit. It was when she was still doing like Look How Skinny I Am and My Abs, but it's the cutesy version. So her hair was a little softer. It was less sexually charged record. It was more fun and upbeat and bouncy and dancey. So All For You was the big hit, and then the second hit off of it was Son of a Gun with Carly Simon, where she sampled
You're so vain.
yeah. And Carly Simon rapped in that song a little bit.
All right.
A little bit.
And they could have gotten Debbie Harry.
They could have, but it's Carly.
Because we know how well she can rap.
Yeah. Coming in at number 2, I got Miss E ... So Addictive by Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. This had Get Your Freak On on it, and Lick Shots, and Take Me Out.
That's the one with 1 Minute Man.
Not my 1 Minute Man. And Takeaway and For My People. Really great record. Another Missy banger. And if you watched the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony on CBS, well, by now maybe it's a month ago, but it was a week or so ago from to the day we taped this. And her segment was the longest. It was literally like 10 or 15 minutes long because she ran through the hits the whole career, and it was like, fuck, I forgot about that. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Holy shit, I forgot about that. The whole audience, they taped it at the Barclays Center. Everybody in the place was up on their feet the whole entire time. Missy Elliott is not to be trifled with. That woman, I mean, she's got the Diamond Award from the RIAA for songs that she's written, like Dolly Parton. Yeah, she's no joke. It's like she did Funny Things, wearing a garbage bag, all that shit. But she's another I Do What I Want. And
she does what she wants.
I'm not even waiting for you to keep up with me. Fuck you if you can't keep up with me. She's great, Missy Elliott. But my number 1 album from 2001 is Songs in A Minor by Alicia Keys.
Oh.
Yes. Now, a lot of people are mad at her.
What did she do this time?
Well, because she wrote that song Fallen. And if you watched American Idol or any of those reality singing shows, career shows, everybody who thought they could sing tried to sing that song, and they couldn't do it. It's not a super difficult song to sing, but if you don't have the right tone and can get the right key, you're going to sound like shit. So don't try to sing it. Don't do it at karaoke nights. Just leave it alone. Okay? Leave it alone. So that's the biggest hit. You know the song.
No.
You heard it, but you just don't know.
Maybe I have, but it sounded like 50 other things to me.
I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never love someone the way that I love you. See, that's where it killed people. I can't do that. It's too high. A Woman's Worth, and she did a Prince cover of How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
Wasn't she the one responsible for Now You're in New York?
Yes.
New York?
She is with Jay-Z.
That's her.
That's her. Yeah. But it's basically and Girlfriend. Down, down,
I wanna love
not that girlfriend.
No, not that girlfriend?
No.
Oh.
No.
This is a different girlfriend.
It's a very different girlfriend. Minor key, piano-based song. So the way I describe Alicia Keys is R&B neo-soul with arpeggios.
The one to check out, she did a cover of the theme song from Gummy Bears.
What?
Yes.
Gummy Bears?
Gummy Bears.
Gummy
was
Bears.
that?
Wait, was that a film?
No, the cartoon.
Oh, it was a
Gummy
cartoon.
Bears.
Okay.
There was a cartoon of Gummy Bears?
Gummy Bears. The Gummy Bears theme.
We're learning new things on As It Should Be.
She
Wait
did
a minute.
cover of the Gummy Bears theme.
Not...
There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, what was the other thing with bears? With the one with the rainbow and on
That's
their
the
belly?
Care
That's the
Bears.
Care
Care
Bears.
Bears.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't mix
But there was
up
a Gummy Bears show.
your earth signs.
My earth signs. No, I never heard of the Gummy Bears. I don't know. I
Gummy
was in my
Bears.
30s in
Bouncing
2001.
here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond compare. They are the Gummy Bears. I can't work with these people.
I got nothing. But anyway, that's my list for 2001.
Oh boy! All right. Well,
Leave it in the comments if you know what the fuck he's talking about, Gummy Bears.
there's some
Gummy
of you.
Bears.
You know.
Some
I
of
don't
you-
know, but
some
you
of
know.
you do. Some of you have to.
Mr. Powers, look. There's Britney Spears drinking a Pepsi.
Oops, I did it again.
That's not a Pepsi. It's a Pepsi Twist, man. And that's not Britney Spears. It's a man, baby.
Austin, it's me!
I want this wig! Come! Oh! Fair enough.
Pepsi Twist and Diet Pepsi Twist. A twist on a great thing, baby.
Wow.
I got homework.
Going on Gummy Bear adventures.
Gummy
If you
Bear.
don't know, now you know. Gummy Bears.
Gummy fucking bears. All right. So
Okay.
we're back,
We're back.
and I am going to do my list, and it goes like this. Like this.
Now.
Yeah, I tried. Okay, I actually do have a couple of. I have a couple of honorable mentions of sorts.
All right.
Well, the first one I'm going to mention is definitely more of a mention, I think.
In passing. A
Here
mention
comes
in
something that
passing.
exists.
Well,
Yeah.
it's something that at the time when it came out, I got it and I liked it after not liking new albums of theirs for a long ass time. And when I went back to it, it didn't hold up, but I still felt compelled to put it here and mention it. The Bee Gees with their final album. This is where I came in.
Oh, right.
I kind of liked it at the time, but I checked it out last night. I'm like, no. I want to like it, but
Well,
you can't always get what you want. A wise man once said that.
Yeah, but he also said if you try sometimes.
You just might
Yeah,
find
well,
what you
I
need.
just tried
Get
and
what you need.
fell flat on my face here. So,
All right.
but also, God Bless the Go-Go's.
Oh yeah, I
God
forgot
Bless
about
the
that
Go-Go's.
one.
What?
Yeah,
I was wondering. When I put this on the list, I thought,
Yeah.
I wonder where this is going to be with Tommy. I thought, is he going to have it on his list?
I completely blanked. They wrote, I think, one or two songs with Billy Joe Armstrong for this.
I think so. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely more of a guitar rock album. But their stuff was guitar rock and pop earlier,
Yeah.
in the original run. But this is a lot harder. of a
Yeah,
rock album
this
than
actually,
they normally do.
I should have mentioned. You know what? I can't cheat. I didn't think to put it on my list, so it's not on my list. But I should.
Oh, come on! You know.
I should-
Nobody knows but you.
All
Yeah.
right.
Nobody's going to hold it against you.
This is not a bad record.
Yes, it's not a bad record.
Yeah.
Well, and before this album, they put out a compilation that had a couple of new songs on it that were really good. The World Lost Its Head.
Yeah.
The Whole World Lost Its Head. Great. That was a great song.
What was this album called again?
This album's called God Bless the Go-Go's.
Oh, God Bless the Go.
I'm gonna cheat.
Okay.
But all right, so my list, my 10-song list.
List.
The Ladybug Transistor coming in at number 10 and returning to my list with Argyle Air.
Yeah. Ladybug
Argyle
Transistor.
Air.
Where were they from?
Tweeland somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Tweeling.
Yeah, something like that. I only just kind of got, hipped to them, so I don't really know all that kind of shit about them. I don't know their names. I don't know where they were born. I don't know their social security numbers or any of that kind of crap.
You call yourself a fan.
Yeah. Number 9. The return of the upper crust.
Yes.
With Once More Into the Breeches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Breeches.
I'm not as into that one as I am the first two, but it's certainly good enough to make a 2001 list. But number 8, Iggy Pop with Beat 'Em Up. Have you listened to that one?
No.
That's a good Iggy album. It's the first time it's one of those albums where he had a different backing band on each album. Well, he did maybe 3 or 4 songs per band. Like he had some band I think called the Trolls or something, but he reunited the Stooges for track. Like this is the catalyst. Well, I don't know if it was the catalyst. It may have been a trial run more like, but the Stooges hadn't reunited and made albums yet. This is the first time they reunited, and they did like 3 or 4 tracks on this album. And they're way better than the songs on the first Stooges reunion album, I'll tell you that. Yeah, this is a good record. But number 7, talk about a reunion, and a reunion that you wouldn't think would ever happen, but if they were ever going to do it, this was the time. The Free Design.
Jeez.
The Free Design.
Damn.
Of Kites Are Fun fame. Kites Are Fun. Mm-mm. Okay, the Free Design was this weird fucking I think they were Christian kind of group from the late 60s. Basically, they make the Carpenters seem like Motorhead. Yes. If you could imagine. Like, the Carpenters are downright edgy compared to the fucking Free Design. I'm telling you. And they became really in around that time. Like, you know how, like, suddenly out of nowhere that Rodriguez guy came out of nowhere, out of obscurity, and everybody loved him?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that kind of a thing. All of a sudden, everybody loved the Free Design. It was kind of a hipster thing, and it became such a thing that they actually reunited and made a new album.
Oh.
And it's called Cosmic Peekaboo, which I failed to say up to this point, and it's actually not bad. Like, if you like them, it's a little modern, a little... You know, oh, okay, yeah, their parents, they raised kids, I can kind of tell, you know, but it's not bad. I have it above fucking Iggy, for God's sake. So number 6, the Donnas turned 21. You know, we're at a point now where I wasn't buying Donna's albums. Like, I think the last one I bought was Get Skin Tight.
Yeah.
So I had to go back and listen to these later ones, and then they're pretty good. You know, if you like the Donnas, if you can still stand behind the Donnas. But my top 5 are like these are good records. I totally stand behind these records. Number 5. Now this is a return. He hadn't stopped making records, but this is a fucking return. Elton John with Songs from the West Coast.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, because he'd been making such crap albums throughout the 80s and the 90s. Just terrible records, especially in the 90s when he's doing like the fucking Lion King and just these awful adult contemporary records. And just one day he like calls up Bernie and was like, you know what, we need to start making records again that we can be proud of. He recognized, like, we've been making crap albums for a while now, let's make good records again. And this is like Elton John going back to 70s Elton John, as much as he possibly could at that point.
Sure, yeah.
You know, like, you know, you couldn't go all the way back, but he did a pretty damn good job of it. Like, the final track on that album is the single, This Train Don't Stop Here Anymore.
Oh, that's really good.
What a fucking song that is. Have you seen the video for that?
Yes, the video's amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
One good thing Justin Timberlake did.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, talk about, I mean, if that Elton track had come out in the 70s, it would, it would have been a hit. Because it wasn't really much, I mean, it was a little bit of a hit at the time in 2001, but not like it would have been if it had come out in 75.
Not like it should have been.
Yeah. Anyway, kind of along the same lines, well, except for this is a genuine return, as in they had been broken up for a long time. Number 4, ELO with Zoom.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I never actually checked that record out.
Okay, now when it came out, I remember, you remember Rockline?
Mm-mm.
There was a Rockline with James Coburn, Dan Coburn, Coburn or whatever. I forget the name of the guy who was the
Steve, John.
No, anyway, Rockline. It was a radio show that was on maybe like once a week or once a month, and it was this. It was an interview show. So you would have whoever had a new album out that they were promoting, they would have the artist on. I listened to Kiss on that, and any number of people, and it was always on like the rock station, and it was a really great interview show. And when this record came out, he had Jeff Lynne on, and I remember just driving and listening to this, and what they do is they ask questions, and they have callers coming in asking questions, and in between they play songs from the album. And I remember at the time thinking, oh yeah, sounds okay. You know, I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was anything great, and I kind of dismissed it, and I didn't buy the record. And recently I went back to it because of these lists. I thought, well, that ELO album came out in 2001, well, let me give it a listen. It's fucking great. And I'll tell you something. I remembered almost every song from fucking hearing them that one time on Rockline.
Jeez.
Wow.
I was like, oh shit, yeah, I remember this song. I heard that shit one time on the radio 2 years ago. And I remembered it. It's like, oh yeah, this song. It's a great record. One complaint I have about modern day ELO albums is that they're not truly ELO albums, and that he never has orchestral arrangements on them.
Well, they kind of did that starting in the early 80s, though.
Yeah, but yeah, and he doesn't, like, they're strong songs, but yeah, they just don't have that element that I think really like puts it way over as
the
an
70s
ELO
sound, yeah.
as opposed to just a Jeff Lynne record, you
Right.
know? But it's good.
Well, I mean, not to derail you too much, but do you like the Time album?
I do like the Time album. I like Time. I love Secret Messages.
Starting with those messages, I believe, is when they switched it over to
No, it's
Synths
true.
instead.
But I feel like coming back and do it, like, he should have just done like a real ELO with like fucking strings, and like that's, you know, because when he was doing that stuff, when he was dumping the strings and that kind of thing in the 80s,
yeah,
that was because he was going with the times, and he was kind of going with more 80s production. That was sort of akin to Chicago dumping the horns.
Right.
And I think if Chicago had, say, broken up in 1983 and then came back in the 2000s, you were going to want them to do like Chicago doing horns, because that was the classic sound.
Yeah,
you know
I see
what I mean?
you're saying.
Because them doing the 80s sound was really of that moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Anyway,
I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So number 3. The one fucking album I have on vinyl here in the world famous studios, REM with Reveal, the follow-up to the Up album. Their second album is Trio. This one's a little patchier. There's songs I really love on it, songs I don't love, but it's a little bit more of the same, though. I mean, that the Up album and this album were kind of like their psychedelic albums. They were, you know what I mean? They were kind of mellow and kind of, you know, these wash of mellotrons and shit. And I hate to say it, a little Radiohead-ish, but yeah, I don't know. They're moody and atmospheric and that kind of shit. Yeah, I like the records.
Now I have to listen to it since you mentioned Radiohead.
Yeah, well, Up especially.
Oh, yeah?
Like this one, not as much. Up is just like
full on.
Yeah, there's one track where it's just like it sounds like clouds in the sky. You know?
Wow.
It's because of the mellotron tone that they use. You know. Mm-hmm. Anyway, my number two, Paul McCartney, Driving Rain. Most people don't like this album. They're wrong. You know, McCartney came, and I've talked about this 1,000 times, how he came back after the anthology, and he did Flaming Pie, and really just like it was a full return to quality records. This is the first record he made, the first full album of new songs that he made after Linda died. But this was a while after. Like, he already had Heather Mills was already his wife. So, like, this is his Heather Mills album, so I could see where he probably doesn't want anything to do with this record. But most fans consider this a really terrible album, and I don't understand why. I love this record. I think this is a fucking great Paul McCartney album. But my number one. This is a Glasses Off.
Glasses Off.
Genuine Glasses Off.
In the year 2001.
Ain't no half-stepping.
Wow.
Glasses Off. This is a band called Daytona with an album called International. Chris and I have a friend by the name of Phil Costello.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Okay. It's all coming back to me now.
Our friend Phil Costello, he is the guy who started Tragedy, the heavy metal tribute to the Bee Gees. Well, you know, his main thing is he's always done, like, jokey metal bands. That's what he's always done. But at this one moment in time, Phil is married to Chassis Post, who you might see pretty regularly on the Today Show.
The Today Show, all the morning talk shows she covers fashion and trends, tells you what to buy.
Yeah. So I Phil and I have been friends since the early 90s. And at this time, this was around the time he had just gotten together with Chassis, or they were, maybe in their first 5 years or something. They're married now. And they formed a duo, this band called Daytona, and started making demos. And it's not joke metal. It's like serious, like good pop rock, kind of indie pop rock, but like great songs and great arrangements. And they got signed to a little label and put this record out. And it is fucking great. I love it. It is easily my favorite album of 2001. And
they're awesome.
So there you go. Shout out to Phil. I don't know if Phil actually watches the videos, but he knows I love this record.
Yeah.
So there you go. So yeah, go look it up. I don't even know if it's even online anywhere now, but Daytona International.
Excellent.
Oh, I should point out. Actually, I do want to point out when they were making the record, they were initially called Stinks, STYNX. That was their original band name. And they were when they were recording this album, that was still their name. And Phil says, "Yeah, when we were recording the album, I had to go across the street to Guitar Center to get some strings, and Tommy Shaw was there, and he's like, I knew that was the sign. We were onto something,
To be
But they ended up changing their name to Daytona.
Oh, Phil, he's a crazy.
But anyway,
genius.
so yeah, commercial time.
This morning, a great city woke up to a new day.
Millions of people crowded its streets, businesses, theaters, restaurants, and stadiums.
And one simple phrase was repeated over and over again.
I love New York.
I love New York.
I love New York.
I love New York. I love New York. We love New York.
Now more than ever.
Come, see New York united in its finest hour.
And you'll say it too.
I love New York.
A smooth idea. CoverGirl Faith Hill with smooth news for your skin. Check out the powder with smoothness built in. Moisturizing makeup and matching pressed powder. Smooths out skin in no time flat. Hey Faith, how smooth is that? CG Smoothers Powder.
A smooth idea. Smooth face to the world. Easy breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Okay.
And well, Tommy, you have some work cut out for you.
Okay, fine.
You could do it.
Come on, Tommy.
All right.
Come on, man. You got this.
All I have, well, actually, all I had were 6, but now I have 7
Because you cheated.
because I'm a cheating fucker,
Cheater.
and I added that Go-Go's
it's
record.
legit. You know what? That's not a cheat.
But well, it was I forgot. But you know what? I'm gonna put it into, because I haven't fucked with that record in now 23 years. I'm gonna put it into my category of I can't stand behind these anymore, but this is what I was listening to in the early 2000s.
Fair enough.
So my number 7, the Go-Go's with God Bless the Go-Go's.
Oh, that one. Oh, I
Yeah.
remember that album.
My number 6, the Misfits with Cuts from the Crypt.
Oh.
Yeah. My number 5, Weezer with the Green Album.
No.
I definitely don't fuck with that one anymore. Number 4, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes with Blow in the Wind.
Oh, jeez, you listen to them too, huh?
Yep.
Actually,
Yep.
have they been on your list before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first
I
2
guess
albums
so.
were.
Okay.
Yeah. Have a Ball and Our Drag. My number 3, Lars Fredriksson and the Bastards with Lars Fredriksson and the Bastards.
Imaginatively titled.
Yes, Lars Fredriksson was the co-guitarist and lead singer for Rancid. So Rancid actually has 3 lead singers at any given moment. Mostly it's Tim Lint, but Lars also will sometimes sing lead, and he's the other guitar player. And he did a solo album all by himself.
All by himself.
My number 2, The Donnas with The Donnas Turn 21. And now out of that category and into just albums that, you got.
Now comes the stuff that he truly likes and we fucking hate.
But there's only going to be one. There's only one album.
Oh, okay, right.
There's only one album. My number 1 is the
people.
only one that's not in this category. And boy, am I looking forward to the reaction that this one's going to get. I Get Wet by Andrew W.K.
Oh,
I knew
Jesus.
it. Of course you'd pick that. Duh.
I don't fucking care.
No
I
surprises.
still enjoy this record.
Wait, Tom.
Still do.
I mean, I have a question for you. I have a very important question for you.
What?
Do you do what you want?
I do what I want.
Oh shit! I fucking figured as much.
I do what I want.
Now, who knew Tommy would be doing what he wants in 2001?
Shocker.
Yeah.
Total shocker.
And with Glee.
Oh, this Andrew W.K. record. I mean, he put out a bunch of albums since then that I've just not liked at all. Like, you want to talk about an artist that fell the fuck off.
Yeah, he vanished.
Aren't they kind of all the same thing with him just like jumping around and yelling?
Yeah, but
screaming
on this,
about partying
but
and
on
shit.
this first album, it works. It's all really catchy. Every song is the same song. But I happen to really like this song, and he just made a whole album of that song. I mean, I'm being a little ridiculous. It's not all exactly the same, but it's a ridiculous, nonsensical. It's Muppet metal, is what this is. This is absolutely Muppet metal.
Muppet.
And I love it. I friggin' love it. It's just it's like this non-stop, over-the-top, major key insanity that is just so much fun from start to finish. And after this record, he just went... And he's put out a bunch of albums since then, but I have not liked a single goddamn one of them.
Is this the one with the bloody face cover?
Yep, that's the one.
With the what?
The bloody face cover.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you've seen the cover. It's a close-up of his face, and he has a bloody nose.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, all right. And with that, let's see if I actually found some commercials for this year that we can put in. Let's see.
What's it like to crunch into a Twix? Get yourself off the floor. Caramel, chocolate, cookie crunch, take the tour. More Twix mix, give me some more. Styling high, then turn around and hear the roar. On the soar, making your yell encore. We push, last two, but it's not the last two. With Oreos, gonna make its way through. Oh. Let's do that again. Crunch into Twix.
So, genetics gave you one kind of hairstyle. Maybe you'd prefer another? Presenting Physique. Scientifically designed to give you 20 hours of the hairstyle you want. The Physique Volumizing Collection gives 20 hours of body and fullness. Or the Physique Straight Shape Collection gives 20 hours of smoothness. So, while genetics may be predetermined, your style is totally up to you. 20-hour volumizing and straight shape collections from Physique.
All right, we're back.
All right, we're back. Now it's time to hate in 2001. I bet you can't do that.
Hate on.
Oh, you can't do that. I bet you can't. Oh, maybe you can. Oh, maybe you can. Give
I
it a
can.
shot.
All right, so it's A Girl Like Me by Emma Bunton, who you may know as Baby Spice.
Oh,
you're right. That's right.
Her solo album, because they split up or whatever the fuck.
Forgot about that.
And then there's Scream If You Want to Go Faster by Jerry Halliwell.
That's
who
also
you may
a
know
Spice Girl. Yep.
as Ginger Spice, right?
Oh, man.
Yep.
She was the redhead.
Yep.
They should have done this like Kiss.
They should
have put out 5 fucking solo albums.
Yeah, with the portraits. Yeah, that would have been good. And then I got Drops of Jupiter by Train.
Oh, yeah.
as the most egregious.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because if I'd gone any further, as we've said, ad infinitum, the list would have been endless.
It never ends. Yeah.
It's a never-ending list. That
Story.
You have.
Yeah.
Never-ending story.
Bad story.
Let's see what I have here. Oh, I have a few.
Never-ending haze.
Well, I have Jennifer Lopez with J-Lo, the album that begat, I believe, am I right?
Is that Jenny from the Block?
Was it called J-Lo because she was being called J-Lo, or was she being called J-Lo because of the album?
No, she was being called
She was
J-Lo
already J-Lo.
because On the Six was the first record, and this is the second one.
Is this the one with Jenny from the Block?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Regardless.
it might be the other one because I don't know if she was with Affleck at this point in time.
It's a suckfest regardless.
Anyway.
You're just jealous of the rocks that she's
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
She's
That
still
is it.
Jenny from the Block. Used to have a little, now she got a lot.
But she still knows where she came from.
Yeah,
No, she doesn't.
I don't know about that.
She has no idea where she came from.
Don't know about that.
Zero idea where she came from. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, fucking hell.
Especially now she's back with that lame ass
the
Batman.
single most galling song I've ever fucking heard in my life. I'm just like, man, that is talk about a lack of self-awareness.
That shit took some balls.
Yeah.
She's got them.
Judas Priest. Judas Priest with Demolition. One of their albums with the Ripper. With Ripper Owens.
Is this the second one they did with Ripper?
It's the second of the two. And it's even worse than the first one. It's just Judas Priest doing nu metal.
Yeah.
You know, with a different singer.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even sound like Priest in any way. It's not even like nu metal with Halford's voice over it. It's nu metal with some other guy singing.
No knock against Ripper Owens. The guy was
he
a
a good
great singer.
singer?
Yeah. Oh, he was a killer vocalist, but it's
Ripper
not what
Owens,
you want.
he was a guy who was in a Judas Priest tribute band.
No, I know the story,
Yeah.
but I just don't recall seeing or hearing any. I didn't listen to Judas Priest then.
Well, neither did
And I was
I.
like, a new singer? I'm definitely not going to listen to it.
He's a hell of a metal vocalist.
Oh,
he
he
just
is?
never got a fair shake because that's not what you want in Judas
Yeah, that's
Priest.
not. Well, also to be fair too, it's kind of like Eric Carr. Unfortunately, had the bad fortune of being on. Well, you're not going to agree with this, on those '80s Kiss albums, and then like he dies and yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
This guy had the misfortune of being on the really bad '90s-ish nu metal Priest albums.
Yeah.
But he is currently the singer of KK's Priest.
Oh, that's right.
KK Downing, who
Yeah.
no longer is in Judas Priest, has an album or has a new band, KK's Priest, and Ripper Owens is his singer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nobody sued his ass off?
It's I don't know, it's going through. They have an album and everything.
Really?
Because he's calling it KK's Priest.
It's not called Judas Priest, it's called
Yeah.
KK's
No,
Priest.
I heard
Well, I don't think
that,
Judas
but-
Priest owns the copyright or whatever, the trademark to just the word priest. Probably. I'm guessing?
No, but it's still like, we all know that he was in the band, and then here you are using Priest. Hello?
I don't know.
Why isn't it not just KK Downing Band? We know your name. We know you're in the band.
I mean, there's some shit between those both parties.
Yes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's wanted back in, and they won't let him back in.
And this is what I'm saying. He's going to
Yeah.
use Priest.
Well, he's been making a lot of mistakes in that regard. He would like to come back in, and then he keeps shooting himself in the foot, saying shit in the press and all kinds of
Don't
stuff.
trust a man whose first name is 2 initials. Next. All right, dummy.
Days of the New!
Oh, no!
Anything by Days of the New! Oh,
I don't
my
remember
God.
them.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't remember them.
Touch, peel, stand.
What?
It's just
were-
more stuff with the singers, like, "Tar singing like this."
Yeah, but they did it all with acoustics.
Yes.
That was the thing.
All acoustic guitar?
Yeah, all acoustic guitars. They were a new metal, new kind of shit rock band of that era, but with all acoustic. And I remember they were hyping them up in a Guitar World magazine, and the other guys in the band were quoted as saying, "Yeah, we showed up for rehearsal one day, and I guess the guy's name is Travis, because of course his name's fucking Travis."
I just enjoyed that he knows so much about Days of the New.
I love it.
And he just announced to us, "Yeah, from going forward, we're now going to be an acoustic band." And I'm thinking, I was reading this at the time, and I was like, "And nobody fucking bipped this dude in the face." Like,
Okay,
fuck
well,
out of here!
You're officially out now.
All right.
All right. Well, we have the return on the worst of the year. Well, worst of the year runners-up. Of Alice Cooper with the follow-up, Dragon Town. Yes, I talked about Brutal Planet on the last episode. Well, this is the sequel to Brutal Planet, Dragon Town. Now, this one I bought at the time. Unawares. I didn't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know. I hadn't bought Brutal Planet, so I didn't know what it sounded like. I suspected it was shit, but I didn't. And I was
You didn't
right.
know what flavor of shit yet.
Yeah.
Right. And when this came out, I didn't know it was actually a sequel to that album. It was just a new Alice Cooper album, and I was just in the mood of like, oh, fuck it, I'll get the new Alice Cooper album. And I brought that shit home, bought it the day it came out, drink. I returned it the day it came out. That record had not been out for 24 hours, and I had returned it.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Wow.
Bought and returned day of release.
Day of.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Brilliant.
No, thank you. All right. But my worst of the year. Mary Schneider. Yodeling the Classics 2. I missed. She did a volume 1 in 1997, and I missed it, so it would have been on that one. But this is her part 2 of Yodeling the Classics.
Well, I don't know that you missed it, Paul.
Yeah.
I definitely won't miss it.
Definitely not in your orbit.
Yeah.
So she what classics though?
Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, she's yodeling anything. She's yodeling. I don't care if she's yodeling Alice Cooper. I am going to be putting her on the worst of the list.
Okay.
So, yeah, there you go. That's it.
All right.
Wow. Yodel schools out.
Yeah, yodeling the classics.
It's a classic.
Oh boy.
Is it like Moon River and Help?
Yeah,
they're both classics.
There's no Help.
I don't think there's no. I think Moon River might have been on that.
It's the year 2525.
Yeah.
But no, I do think Moon River might have been. It was something akin to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've actually got dishonorable mentions for 2001 because of fucking course I do.
Yeah. That's probably mostly what you have.
Boy, oh boy. But it comes down to, like, how do I even choose? And I think I even said to you guys the other day, like, how in the hell am I actually supposed to even pick?
Yeah.
But I did manage to pick some egregious examples, and I've got Puddle of Mud with Come Clean.
Oh, wow. Puddle of Mud. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yikes.
I've got Vanilla Ice with Bipolar.
Oh.
Yeah, he kept going.
B.I.
He kept going before he became a professional house flipper.
Yes. I tell you what, I saw that one. That one popped up when I was going through lists trying to come up with stuff, and that was another one of those where I went, fuck it, I'm not even going to bother. I didn't even bother to put it on the list.
It's low-hanging fruit. It's almost like there's almost no point in me even putting it on there.
Yeah, no shade at you putting it on your list. I just kind of was like, fuck them.
Yeah. Speaking of fuck them, Stained with Break the Cycle. No.
That is
no.
The worst of the worst.
I don't want it.
Nope.
No, I don't like it.
Get it away from me.
You gotta do that in the voice of Keenan in SNL. I don't want it. No. No. And then, of course, I've got Kids Bop by the Kids Bop Kids.
Wow.
The first of like 50 or 60 Kids Bop records.
Well, I'll tell you something. I have not heard this, but the title alone tells me everything I need to know.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah.
Kids Bop. Kids Bop. Kids Bop.
Oh, they don't do that, do they?
No. It's
okay, I'm like,
no,
shit, do they appropriate Mbop for Kids Bop?
No, they just take a bunch of popular music and from a bunch of different genres, and it's a bunch of little children singing
the songs.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness, the children that are singing it actually are children that can sing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the issue that I have. It's the existence of it at all.
Yes.
But none of that is actually my worst of the year, if you can believe that.
Wow.
Do you want to know what is the worst of the year?
Yes.
Yes.
2001? The fucking Strokes with Is This It? Of course it's the fucking Strokes. Fuck the Strokes and the L train they rode in on. Okay?
Yeah. Ow, the L train they rode in on.
Fuck them so hard and their trust funds.
He does what I want. He does what I want.
Yes. Can I get an amen? Can I get... Fuck that band so hard. That band is single-handedly responsible for me not liking indie rock for the entire fucking decade because of these shit merchants. Wow. They were enough to make me nope out of the entire fucking scene.
And make it more difficult for you to make these lists over the upcoming episodes.
Yes. I would have had a much easier time. Yeah. Anyway.
As the Go-Go's once said, the whole world lost its head.
Let me take a breath. Okay.
Oh, all right. I guess let's go to a commercial. Maybe I have something. Maybe did they do any commercials, The Strokes?
No.
Oh, too bad.
This is pretty basic. It just says that you, the Backstreet Boys, agreed to appear at a Burger King, yada yada.
And what's the yada yada?
A little commercial.
Forget it. We don't do commercials. Not our style, man. We wouldn't even do this for
Lifetime supply of free Whoppers.
All the pickles on the lettuce, Lord, it's don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way.
Is that rock or what? Now get live music from the Millennium Tour and a new song from their upcoming album on 3 CDs for $2.99 each with any value meal.
Have it your way.
Nope.
Isn't Disengaged actually a band? I think there's some shitty 90s grunge band called Disengaged.
Yeah, probably is, yeah.
Yeah, there is. Sounds about right.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
we're back. And I think we're getting out now, right? Yeah, we are. Yep, we're getting out.
But before we do...
Oh, shit, well,
Don't forget.
While we're here...
Vintage
photo time! Right, so here we have Crystal in 2001, and she writes, this is from a photo shoot in 2001 taken by my homie and newly minted Oscar nominee Coleman Domingo. The cats are from my mom's sketchbook from the 1950s, and this is a memorial tattoo in her honor. She's in the middle, I'm on the left, my sister Addie is on the right. 2 moons for Gemini, and lots of stars because it's my favorite shape. Okay, and here's me in 2001 in the band Persephone's Bees. Yeah, I joined this band in late 1998. This was a photo shoot that we did at my place, and my roommate John Kropp took the photos. Left to right, we have Angelina Moisov on vocals and keyboards, Tom Ayers on guitar, Mike Farrell on bass, and I was the drummer. And here's Tommy in 2001, and he writes, here I am in my bedroom at the first place I lived after moving out of my parents' house. That's a real vintage National that belonged to my roommate, and I believe it was from the late 1920s or early 30s. Pretty crazy, really. Alright, there you go. That is Crystal and me and Tommy in 2001. Well, alright, there we go. That was us in 2001.
Aren't we awesome? Weren't we awesome?
Yeah.
So awesome.
We were so Britpop.
Were we?
Sure.
Well, one of us was. One of us was.
Wasn't this one.
All right, well, everybody, thank you for watching this episode. Thank you for watching all the episodes, and thank you for subscribing. But if you haven't subscribed, click the little bell and then subscribe, or maybe the other way around. But more importantly, you're going to want to come back next week because we have something very special for you next week. Very special.
Yeah.
2002?
2002. We're going to be discussing our favorite albums of 2002.
Oh, that's horrible.
Okay.
All
right. Well, your list will be short. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you don't have much to work with, so.
We don't, yeah, this is what we're working with, people. We're going to see you next week. Bye.
2002. Bye.
2001. 2001 up. Odyssey.
Yep. It's 2 poops down.
Not that I have the audio going or anything.
Poops down.
Okay, now the audio's going.
All right.
The audio's... Oh, wait. And I need to open up my file here. Oh! Alright. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Well, all right!